Okay, hi. I'm going to answer your questions really quickly from video because I don't know how to explain them over like through messaging through like in text. Um, okay, so it seems that you've been through some trouble at the beginning of your stay. Is the talk program treating you well now? Because I do hear some horror stories they can take advantage of you. Okay, this question kind of has me on the fence just because I think a lot of people like to blame talk for stuff that they have no responsibility for. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking really fast because I'm hurrying. I think that people who are in talk are like, oh, I don't like my apartment. It's all talk's fault. Talk didn't place you in that apartment. Your school did, and their talk's job really is just to prepare you for life in Korea, and then to get you out there. And they're like the last person you would contact if you didn't like your accommodations. If there's something wrong, like you have horrible mold or something, you don't contact talk. You contact your school or you contact your co-teachers or your mentor teachers. So I think that a lot of people will say they take advantage of you, but I haven't had that experience. I had a situation where they didn't give me my entrance allowance, but that was handled relatively quickly for me, but also I understand the situation because I was a late applicant. I still had not submitted my background check until like the week before I got here, and then they're super duper 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 busy during orientation. So get all your stuff in ASAP, and don't dawdle. Are the areas that they place people in extremely rural? Because from your pictures I can see that your area is more suburban than rural. Is there really a chance for you to stay in a place with your neighbor as a cow? That kind of freaked you out. So there are situations where some people, like I've only heard of two. One person who was placed in a shack and one person who was placed in the basement of their school. In both of those situations, those talk scholars were given more money for a settlement allowance. I'm given 300,000 won, which is 300 US dollars. They were given 1,000 US dollars, 1 million US won. So they had more money for their settlement. The only person I know about is the only person that I like know about now is the guy who was put in the shack, and he basically was put in a one-bedroom shack with furniture and stuff, but it's a shack. So they took the money that they gave him and he just decorated his place, and he's happy. He's extending. He's made his home, you know. And I think that that's the type of people that stay, are the people who are really flexible and they're like, oh my god, I'm put in a shack. It sucks, yeah, but wing it. I walked into my apartment. There was no furniture. I had one pot, one pan, one spoon, and a bunch of forks. I don't know why. And I slept on the floor. I sat on the floor. I did everything on the floor because I couldn't sit on anything else. There was nothing to sit on. I was given one pillow, one blanket, one flat blanket that you lay down first, and that's what I was given. My mentor teacher had no idea how to set up internet. She just like walked out. She had no idea about the area. I love my mentor teacher, BT Dubs. I'm not trying to be insulting to her in any way, shape, or form. So the reason you see my area as more suburban than rural is because I live in Busan, which is the second largest city in all of South Korea. But I live in the rural area, so that's why you don't see like really gorgeous buildings and like the beach and stuff like that. It's because I do live in the northwest part of Busan, which is pretty rural, but amazing. I love it here. I have the subway. I'm right next to Dokcheon and Sukdong, and I have my pick of subway lines. Let's keep going. You may be placed in somewhere extremely rural. Most likely, when they say rural, it's most likely that your school is somewhere really rural. So your school may be in the middle of a field, in the middle of nowhere. But you will most likely be like your apartment will most likely be in a city. Because how many apartment complexes do they have in the middle of nowhere? It's not really common. So you'll be in a city, you're going to take an hour-long bus ride. Like, that's like the average of what I've heard. It's like an hour-long bus ride. I walk 10 minutes to my school. That's because I live in Busan. I do know some other people who walk 10 minutes to their school as well, but they also live in cities. So, I mean, it really depends on your situation, where you're placed. I say if you are really flexible, like, oh, I got placed in a shack with a cow, and you're just like, I'll make it my own. I'll do this. I will make this unique. I will make it mine. Then you are going to have no problem here. If you're the person that's like, oh my god, I'm dirty, Or, you know, oh my god, I have mold on my walls. Like, that is one thing that has killed everybody here, is like, you come here and you're not expecting the humidity. And I have people who are like, I moved my dresser today, and they're like traumatized, and they're like, and there was mold behind it. Shit happens, stuff happens, you know, clean it. Like, I don't know what to say. You have situations, it happens, stuff happens, just be flexible, handle it, make it your own, make it your home, make it yours, and I promise you, you will have such a better time here if you just say accept it and move on. Which is probably not the best thing to say to someone who's thinking about coming here. That kind of freaked me out. Do you have to bring your own money to survive in the first month or two? You do need to bring your own money for the first month if you like to buy stuff. You can completely survive your first month with no money. However, it's not recommended, and you won't be able to buy like shampoo or conditioner if you don't bring it. So I do recommend bringing money. I brought $1,000 my first month. That is not the amount of money I spent. I spent $200 US my first month. So I think you will be fine with just like 500,000 won. I know it's a lot of money in some cases, depending on who you are. It's a lot of money for me. But I also live really frugally, so I only spent 200,000 won that first month, but I wasn't doing weekend trips to Seoul or anything like that, which you may be that kind of person that likes to do that. So if you are that, bring more money. First month. After your first 3 weeks, you should get your entrance allowance. That's 1,300,000 won, which is $1,300 about. So you should be fine for your second month. Also, do you get to save money and travel? Because I would like to travel to Japan, Thailand while I'm in Korea. Yes, you can save money while you are here, and you can travel while you are here, but you only have depending on your contract, if you are a 6-month employee, you only have 7 days of vacation time. So you only have 7 days to take your vacation. Also, if you want to explore Korea, but you also want to explore Japan and Thailand, you're going to need to budget. I promise you, you will need to budget in order to fit all those things in, and you will not be taking much money home. Like, that's just what it sounds like. Okay, so also this might be a personal question, you don't have to answer, but why did you choose Talk over Epic? 3 reasons. Orientation, which is a month long, which is amazing, and it prepares you for living here, and it helps you get through the worst of your culture shock, and you're surrounded by other foreigners for 1 month, and you make great friends. It's amazing. Okay. 2, because I only work 3 hours a day. I only work 3 hours a day, and I get paid $20-something an hour. It's amazing. I love it. 3, I'd rather teach after school than teach curriculum, although there are some chances in the talk program you're going to be teaching curriculum, but most likely you're going to be teaching after school programs, which are fun, exciting, they're games, they're culture lessons, they are less curriculum. Curriculum is textbook and stuff like that. So it depends on you. It depends on the type of person you are, but those are my 3 reasons. I have friends who are in Epic and they're super jealous that I only have to work 3 hours a week, but they make more money than I do. They make 200,000 won a month, and if you need the extra money, then that's you. They also work a bunch more than I do. It's a trade-off. You know, there are some pluses, there are some minuses, but I will leave that for now because this is 9 minutes long and I'm sorry. Bye!